Hello, my name is Michelle Short. Stu DeHaan and myself are co-chapter heads of the Arizona chapter to the Satanic Temple. Our chapter was given birth in February of 2016 in the aftermath of our first and biggest challenge, when we requested to perform our invocation in front of the Phoenix City Council on behalf of the Satanic Temple. As Satanists that worship through activism, the mission of the Satanic Temple is to encourage benevolence and empathy among all people, reject tyrannical authority, advocate practical common sense and justice, and be directed by the human conscience to undertake noble pursuits guided by the individual will. Civic-minded, the Satanic Temple has been involved in a number of good works, including fighting for women's body autonomy, religious plurality in public forums, working on behalf of children in public school who have been subjected to proselytizing and corporal punishment, and much, much more. As an organized religion, we feel it is our function to actively provide outreach, to lead by example, and to participate in public affairs, wheresoever the issues might benefit from rational satanic insights. As Satanists, we should all be guided by our consciences to undertake noble pursuits guided by our individual wills. We believe that this is a hope for all mankind and the aspiration for all humanity. For more information, please visit our websites, thesatanictemple.com and thesatanictemplearizona.com.
And welcome back, everybody, to another hour of Progressive Voices of Arizona. Well, actually, it's going to be 2 hours, but this is the next segment, so it's each segment's an hour. We kind of break it up a little bit just because we're kind of weird that way. We are being joined today on the second hour by Doug, who's a recurring guest because he's ornery and he's a veteran, and we kind of like that kind of thing.
Well, and he actually kind of likes us, and we can't say that about most people. So, you know what? We're not going to turn people away.
Well, there is that, too. Well, we don't know that he actually likes us. He just maybe acts like it.
He's bored.
Yeah. So, there's been a lot of things been going on the past week. Let's see, we've had... our government has now given permission to internet service providers to sell your browsing information, your personal information, the shows that you watch online information, pretty much everything that you do online.
The porn you watch,
the porn you watch,
surf.
The porn you surf.
Not that we would do
the searches that you make through your browser. They are now authorized to sell that to the highest bidder without your consent. This is something that was actually protected, or that was actually prevented by President Obama, which has now been removed by our new president, allowing this to happen. So there's a lot of things that people can do, and there's a lot of things that people should be worried about with this. For example, say you go and you look up something for a research paper that you're doing in school that has to do with terrorists in Somalia. Okay, well, they take that information, and now they can give that to the government without your consent, and all of a sudden you're on the terrorist watch list.
Yeah,
because
it's like it's a red
because
flag.
You're doing a research paper.
It's a red flag based on keywords, regardless of why you're doing it, which is the problem.
So, I mean, there's a lot of privacy issues this obtains. Doug, what do you think about the government allowing people to just sell your private information?
Well, let's see. Isn't that a violation of most of our rights given us by basically? I don't know, the Constitution, the amendments to it. Isn't that kind of a violation of all that?
Well, you would think it would be, because I'm sorry. People have a right to have their privacy, and the government should not be impeding on that. Or allowing corporations to make money off of that, which is what the basis of this is. It's basically, privacy information or private information being sold off to the highest bidder, which means more email ads, which means more pop-up ads in your web browser when you're doing stuff, more phone phone ads, people calling you, because now they can say, well,
right.
even if you're on the do not call list, they can now call you because, well, we're a third party based on your internet service provider, and they allowed us through the blah 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 to make this call. It's really a bad thing for people, I think, and I think we really need to start paying a little bit more attention to what these what's a good word for it, assholes in Congress are doing.
I don't like calls yet.
Okay, go sit down then.
Huh?
Honestly, if that, my mom was just out here.
Hi, Mom. How
She's
you
up
doing?
from Florida.
Hi, Mom.
We went into the nephew's room.
Oh, okay. Well, that doesn't do any good. She didn't even hear us say
Trying to-
hi. Wow, how rude. Funny how that works.
I'm not rude.
She's not rude.
I might be a smart ass, but I'm not rude.
That's okay, because we are
Yeah, you see
smartasses
what I get.
and rude, right?
And occasionally dicks.
Well,
So you're in good company. It's all good.
Yeah. Okay, well.
Sorry.
Now, honestly, though, if they're going to sit and impede on that, I think I'm just going to start searching up incest porn and all kinds of crap just to see what happens.
See how fast
Yeah,
you end
why
up
not?
on a list. We're all good. We're all
Yeah,
going to
why
be on
not?
a list. I mean, if they're going to do it anyway, you might as well, right? If you really want
Exactly.
to, make a difference. Now there are some
Get
things.
my husband on hit list.
There's some things that you can do. We've been doing a little bit of research here and there, and we actually here in our household now have a VPN set up so that all of our internet traffic goes through this tunnel to the VPN service provider and then comes out from there. So our internet service provider doesn't see what we're doing. I'm working
Right.
on it. He's
Not
not
like
going to
the
be on the
black
show
net.
for a fucking hour.
Oh.
Oh my God. Here I am getting harassed. I'm trying to have a radio show here and I'm getting screamed at.
Of course.
Oh, shit. What did I do?
It wasn't you.
Are you sure it wasn't me?
I think so. So
That might have had something to do with it.
Yeah. So we set up what's called Freedom VPN. It's a paid service. Unless you're really knowledgeable about how to set up a VPN, it's probably better. The free VPNs aren't exactly. I mean, they aren't exactly the best way because they may actually take your information and sell it themselves. But we're using what's called Freedom VPN, and it's been really good because of the fact that for some reason people don't seem to understand that this doesn't just affect your computer at home. It affects your phone as well. So if you have a smartphone and you surf the net and you watch videos and stuff like that, your phone company that you're through is gathering all that data on you. So it's not just your computer that you have to worry about. So Freedom VPN actually has both computer-based VPN, and our cell phones are also through that VPN. And I think it's $80 a year, which covers 7 devices. So we've got 4 computers and 2 cell phones covered by this. So we're using 6 out of the 7 VPN modules that we're allowed. And this basically protects anything that we're doing from our phone, anything we're doing through our computers. All of that basically is encrypted so that the ISPs cannot gather data from that and then sell it to the highest bidder. It works for us. It's awesome. It's cool.
Well, I think if you're a corporation and you,
I think
if you,
they're less. All they're going to find is my YouTube video playlist.
What about your YouPorn playlist?
I already got that downloaded. I don't need to worry about it.
Yeah,
That has been downloaded for years.
I mean, that's the thing I think that most people don't seem to understand is that this is a very broad thing. So basically, your service providers. For example, if you're watching Netflix, they can see the types of shows that you're watching and then sell that information to marketing firms. They can see what websites you're going to, what kind of things you're buying off of Amazon or any other sites or whatnot, and sell that to corporations or marketing firms or whatever, who then target you. And it's a violation of the basic right to privacy from government, from corporate interests, and from just personal, from a personal standpoint.
So how do you explain that to people that are like, "Oh, it's not a big deal"?
Okay, well, say that whenever your search for monkey porn shows up on an FBI website or some shit.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I'm gonna go look that up now.
Yeah, look up monkey porn.
Monkey midget porn. Oh,
but what happens when you're actually legitimately doing a search on the internet and you do a typo, right?
Yeah.
And it ends up taking you to a site that you would not normally go to.
And because most of these sites actually have so many keywords in them, most of which have nothing to do with the actual content, so you accidentally type something wrong in, and the next thing you know, you're some fucking child porn site because you typed in Kid Rock or who the fuck knows. But I mean, the sad thing is it's almost like a form of internet entrapment, because some of these sites, I think, use actual keywords that I think a lot of people are going to type in just to try to find stuff.
A lot of it is slang.
I can type in
a lot of that is
recipes and go to
slang,
a porn site. It's like, really? I'm looking for
And
Martha
that's the
Stewart,
thing,
and I'm
is
trying to
you're
get
gonna-
end up on a fucking porn site.
Right. I mean, that's the thing is you can be doing legitimate searches for a school project, for a research paper, or whatever, and for some reason you end up typing in a typo, or you're typing in keywords and it takes you to something that you wouldn't normally go to. But now all of a sudden, the ISP that you're going through sees that, they download that, and pretty soon you're a felon. You're looking up something and you end up going to a kiddie porn site. All of a sudden, you're being investigated because they're selling that information, even though it may have been just a typo. I mean, honestly, I know I've made typos on the internet, and I'm like, what the hell is this? I didn't order pink scarves. What the fuck? So
It doesn't
it's
take much.
the normal person needs to be very careful about how their information is disseminated. It also could increase the ability of what's the damn word?
I don't know.
Identity theft.
Oh, yeah, no shit.
Okay, because a lot of times that information that you're looking at may have your Social Security card or your Social Security number attached to it, your first and last and middle name, past things that you may use
Your address?
as questions for security questions, yada, yada, yada. Pretty soon, somebody has that information, and we all know that none of these big corporations that house data are, hack-free. How many different big companies have been hacked, where personal information for all of their customers has been given out like by the billions of people. So it's a very important thing that people need to start thinking about and not ignore.
It doesn't make us safer. It doesn't make us freer for everybody to know every little detail about us.
This is all about business. This is all about cash.
Now, let's consider this. Now, most people are stupid enough to actually put all their information in there correctly. But like me, for instance, if I put in the secret question for something as, say, my mother's maiden name, I put in something like Nicaragua. I ain't stupid. The military taught me a little better than that.
Well, woman.